In the past 3 years, Chinese mice have become really popular in the gaming mouse scene. And along with popular brands like Lamzu and WL Mouse, ATK has also become more prominent. Even some pros have started to use more mice from ATK. At the time of making this video, according to ProSettings.net, in the veteran competitive scene, Fnatic Boaster have been using ATK F1 since the VCT Champs 25, and Vitality Chronicle are using the ATK Dragonfly A9, meaning that ATK has become more mainstream now. They have also released newer versions of their old lineup, including the F1 lineup, so I decided to buy the F1 V2 Ultimate in Pearl Blue.
The hunt begins!
That's three.
Okay, so let's start with the good part. Build quality wise, compared to the first version, which I no longer have unfortunately, the build quality is a huge step up. The side doesn't suffer from flexing and creaking as much as the earlier version, but it's not perfect, which I'll talk about later. The coding is really good. At first, it felt pretty weird, sort of metallic-ish. It's unlike anything that I've experienced cause I've never tried a magnesium mouse before. But once I got used to it, it feels really nice and grippy. I still have some grips on the side because right now in my place, it's really humid and my hands also sweat a lot. But under normal circumstances, I can happily use it without any grip tips. The clicks are also really good. The switches are FE optical switches, and even though many people prefer Omron opticals to these, I actually enjoy these switches a lot. They're super tactile and the click implementations is also really good. No pre or post travel whatsoever. But if you click towards the end, there will be some post travel. Personally, I don't mind it because I use a fingertip grip. But if you're using an aggressive claw grip, then this might bother you a bit. But overall, I really like how these clicks feel. Also, here's the sound test compared to other switches. In terms of shape, it's a Viper Mini clone, so nothing to complain about that. However, the sensor positions is a little bit low, but I use a fingertip grip, so it's actually perfect for me because the thumb is right next to the sensor. But again, this might bother you if you use a claw grip because the sensor is significantly lower than your thumb. So keep that in mind. Quality control is decent. I still have some minor nitpicks, but they might be because of other aspects and not because of quality control. So overall is alright. Now is the bad part. There aren't a lot to be honest, and pretty similar to the Scyrox V8 review. If you're not an enthusiast or not too crazy about wanting everything to be perfect like I am, you won't have to worry about these problems at all. These are just my minor nitpicks. Firstly, similar to the Scyrox V8, the sides still suffer from flexing and creaking. It's not as bad as the Scyrox or the first version, but because the top shell is really thin, it still flexes when I intentionally squeeze it. It is, of course, not affecting gameplay at all, but over time I'm worried that it will start to get worse to a point of actually being distracting when playing. Secondly, again, similar to the Scyrox V8 and many other Chinese mice, to be honest, the L4 side buttons feels off and makes some weird pingy sound when I press it. I managed to fix this with some lube, but ideally you wouldn't want to open your mouse cause doing so could affect other aspects of the mouse. For me, after I opened it to fix the side buttons, the mouse started to have some click writing, which is a huge bummer. Lastly, although this is not a major problem, the scroll wheel doesn't feel nice. It's functional and doesn't have any QC problems like I had with the Madar Major or the Scyrox V8. It doesn't feel as good, at least compared to my Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed. In conclusion, despite all these problems, the ATK F1 V2 Ultimate is still a really good mouse, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's using a fingertip grip and wants something that is lightweight and affordable. For the price, it is insane how good this is. But if you use a claw grip or want a mouse with solid build quality, this might not be for you. Before the video ends, I have one question and would really appreciate some thoughts from you guys. For those who have the Pulsar X2 Crazy Lights or the Hiscan Hyper Lights, do you experience any problems with the thin top shell flexing or the side buttons? Because out of the 3 lightweight budget mice that I've used, the Madar Major, Scyrox V8, and this F1 V2, all 3 have the same issues. So really wants to hear from your experience with those more premium lightweight mice. A little bonus to end this video, maybe ATK could have done something like this to reinforce the shell. I've seen some super lightweight 3D printed mice using it, so maybe that could help a bit. Or just use a thicker top shell, to be honest, because I would probably not mind having my mouse 3 or 4 grams heavier, not gonna lie.